2-on-1. Rodman. Sally the rebound. And he almost lost control.
He did lose control. The ball slipped right out of his hand.
But Rodman never looked at other teammates on the break.
Well, that's a problem when you have a forward with the ball on the court.
Kareem, and there's Dumars as it was knocked out, and Dumars lays it in, and the Pistons lead it 40-37. 11 for Joe Dumars, and the Lakers want a timeout.
And we see the defense of the Pistons is creating their easy offense. Bill Laimbeer has not been a real factor offensively for this club. Isiah Thomas, two of their leaders at the offensive end. The other people, the Rodmans, have stepped forward. The Sallys that are really contributing offensively tonight.
Second timeout.
Now here's the Detroit defense, forcing that hook shot, smothering the defensive boards, and Joe Dumars' quickness allows him to get it and an easy two.
Dumars and Dantley each have 11, although Adrian Dantley has not scored nor played much in the second period. Worthy with 16, top man for the Lakers. And a little push, Joe Dumars with the foul, and that'll be the 15th foul on the Pistons.
When it means that the other player is going to go to the foul line and shoot two foul shots. But when a player works as hard as Joe Dumars did that time, fighting over the screen, all you can do is give him a pat on the back.
Magic's been a busy man. He's played 45 minutes in each of the last two games. One-point Detroit lead, 3:45 now remaining in the first half. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Winner is the champion.
You find it surprising the Lakers are not going to that trap? It was so successful in the second period.
Turnover, I am surprised. All of a sudden they came out of it. Worthy going strong to the hoop over Laimbeer. He didn't want to pick up that third foul.
Smart play by Laimbeer.
18 for Worthy. Lakers regain the lead just as quickly as they lost it, 41-40. Thomas inside, and Rodman scores again. And you're right, Rodman with 8 points, and Sally, who has 4 rebounds, have made a great contribution for the Pistons.
And Rodman's only averaged, well, 7 points a game in the playoffs.
Laimbeer picking up Johnson. There's that center switching out on the guard.
Yep.
And erased, and Isiah Thomas outraces Magic. Bad ankle and all, and scores.
Well, right now, Kareem is really hurting this ball club on the court offensively.
He was only 3 for 14 in the last game. His worst shooting performance in the playoffs. Worthy gets inside again and scores again. 20 points for James Worthy. He's been a one-man gang offensively for the Lakers.
He's putting on a show out here. We saw one in the last game in the third period by Isiah Thomas, but Worthy's carrying this Laker team to this point.
Kareem hasn't scored. Green has 2, and Scott has 5. Dumars over the top, and with 2 minutes to go, the Lakers have the ball and a chance to take the lead again. Timeout, Pistons.
And watch Thomas outrace his old buddy, Magic Johnson, for an easy 2 points.
Dantley, in all fairness, has not played hardly at all in the second period, but Worthy has put on a show and has 20 points. Well, Dantley remains on the bench.
The reason he hasn't played is Dennis Rodman has been so productive.
And Rodman gets his hands on it and causes another turnover and another easy basket for the Pistons, and they have a bushel of those so far.
And that's why Adrian Dantley is on the bench.
It doesn't matter. Rodman has 8 points. Less than a minute and a half to go in the first half. Michael Thompson with a runner, basket off the glass.
Tough shot by Thompson.
10 points already for the Laker bench.
Let me tell you, I am shocked that Isiah Thomas has been able to be on the court this long.
Laimbeer, follow-up, off the rim. Rebound by A.C. Green. Lakers can regain the lead, and Magic try to draw the foul, and he couldn't. Rodman with another rebound. Here's Dumars against Green. Sally follows. Boy, the follow-ups by Sally are tremendous.
Well, it's been the worm and the spider out here this second period for Detroit.
Sally has 7, Rodman 8 in this first half off the bench. And Dumars commits the foul on Magic Johnson.
Now, first we'll watch the worm, Dennis Rodman, make a great defensive play. Look at him step back in there with those active hands. And here's the spider, John Sally, following up this missed shot. Bang, easy 2.
2 fouls on Dumars. Adrian Danley returns, and Rodman will go out. He has played superbly for the Detroit Pistons at both ends and has been active, and the reason why Detroit has the lead and has hung in there.
And they're going to need a half like that from him, the second half like that from Dennis Rodman.
Pistons by 1. 17 on the shot clock. We're looking at the game clock in the first half. Thomas with a jumper. Isiah Thomas has 6 of his 8 here in the second period.
I don't know how he's playing. Honest to goodness.
Remember when the Pistons didn't get a lot of respect before the series started?
I think they have a little right now.
Playing for the last shot, and Magic lost it out of bounds. And with 9 seconds to go, the Pistons have the ball. Another turnover by the Lakers. That's their 10th. Cooper comes in replacing Michael Thompson. Pat Riley in the last couple of games has been substituting with his bench. One reserve for another reserve.
And now he's got his defensive unit in there.
7-6. Watch the clock. Thomas hits the basket with 2 seconds to go. And off the glass. But the Pistons have come back late in the second to match their biggest lead. And with half of Game 7 history, the defending champions are behind. That's the end of the first half with the score, Detroit 52, Lakers 47.